morning I decided I'm going to head down to the salvage yard, see if I can get a pump for this truck. Looking for a Saginaw power steering pump for this truck because the rebuilt power steering pump that I recently put on this truck is, darn thing's just too noisy. When you're in a parking lot or something like that, you turn the steering wheel and it just moans and groans, and I don't like that. And I don't remember what size those bolts are, and it's kind of hard to see from right here. Probably going to need to take this off. Then there's 4 bolts that hold the AC compressor on. Lift that up out of the way, and the bracket and the pump is down underneath that. I believe there's just 4 bolts that hold that onto the block of the engine. I'm gonna see what size those are, make sure I take that with me, and throw in a bunch of other tools just to be on the safe side. Right here is about all the tools I'm gonna need, I believe. The ones that hold the bracket on, I think they were 14, and the ones that hold the AC compressor on are 10. And then there's 2 fittings on the pump, which I think just 1 wrench, 11/16 will undo it, but there's also another one that possibly may need to be held or undone, and it's 15/16. A couple different size extensions, an adapter for 3/8 to 1/2 inch, and then I've got everything else I need in here. This is kind of my junk toolbox. A lot of those are Harbor Freight tools, some aren't. And I think with that I'll be good to go. I'll always take a couple crescent wrenches, they fit pretty much anything. So going to get all the tools loaded in the toolbox, into the truck, and we're gonna go to the salvage yard. I'm going to try to give you a good demonstration here on the noise that this pump makes. Not real sure if you heard that, and it doesn't do it all the time. Sometimes it's really bad. That actually wasn't too bad, but it's rather annoying and, to be honest, a bit embarrassing when you're like at a convenience store, you back out, go to take off, and fuel is 236. We are just about there, right up here around the corner. I looked online and it says they have a van down here, so we'll see. Good old wrench and go. Well, they actually have several vans down here that would work. Got a lot of trucks down here. I found a red van over here. That one right there looks like it's already about half apart. This van has a 351 in it, which I looked up over here, and it says 5.8 liter. They already got the air conditioning compressor off of it. All I need to do is unhook this, and any lines going to the power steering pump, pull it off and take the whole thing. And hopefully the pump's okay. If not, I'll end up buying a new pump. It's getting a little hot out here. Let's see if we can get this off. Alright, so I got the pump and the bracket off of here, and I think it takes a different fitting back here than the one that's on my truck. I'll have to figure that out when I get home, but I'm gonna head home. It's getting warm out here. So I got my bracket and my pump, and like I said, it's getting very hot out. I would have walked around the salvage yard a little more, but right now I'm gonna head to the parts store. I'm gonna pick up probably some kind of cleaner, some brake cleaner or something like that. Take this pump home, get her all cleaned up and ready to put on. Not exactly sure what kind of fittings I'm going to need, or maybe the one on this truck will fit right up to that. I'm not sure on that part, but I think that shouldn't be too difficult to figure out. We'll be back at the shop shortly. So here's our new pump. Shop towels. And some brake cleaner. I'm gonna take the brake cleaner, clean all this up real good, and then we'll go from there. Well, in cleaning that off, it also took off paint. So you guessed it, I'm probably going to throw some paint on that as well. A rather hot day here in central Iowa today. Wasn't supposed to be quite this warm today, but I think it's reached almost 90, and it's pretty warm. It's supposed to cool off into the 70s for the next 3, 4, or 5 days. I think I need that. So I got this all cleaned up, and I got a couple coats of blue paint on the pump. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'm going to hit it with a couple coats of clear. I may put another coat of blue paint on that. I don't really even know why I'm doing this. You don't see the pump hardly at all anyway. I also thought about maybe painting the bracket. That's not a very attractive bracket. But then again, you don't see the bracket either. So I don't know, I may just leave it as it is. Or I might paint it silver. I have some silver paint in here. I might do that. Could paint it black, could leave. And there she is again. Moxie dog. Hard at work. So I got this all painted up. I got the reservoir painted blue, of course. I did paint the bracket, painted it silver. Put clear coat on both the bracket and the pump. Also painted this pulley. I just got done doing that and pulling the paper and stuff off of it. Nobody's ever going to see it, but it just makes me feel better. Still don't have these plates up on the wall. So now I need to come in here. I need to take the air conditioner compressor off, get these hoses out, take the compressor off, get down under there where you can't see right now. Get the hoses going to that pump off, and then I can take the bracket off pull it on out of there, see what I'm gonna need for connections. I think this new pump, or this new used pump, might take different connections. I may have to go somewhere and have a hose made up. I don't know why Ford in the same years decided to use this style of pump on vans, and I think they did use it on some cars as well. But on the trucks they used... interruptions. But on the trucks they used that Ford style pump, and they have always moaned and groaned, and this one is really bad. It's just downright embarrassing at times. So in my next video we will be removing that bracket and pump, putting that one on. May have to go get a hose or two made up somewhere, and hopefully after that she'll be quiet as can be. As long as that pump is a good pump. Generally people don't scrap a vehicle because of a bad power steering pump. So hopefully, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget about the license plate wall. And anything else you'd like to send to the Fox Shop. And we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.